Good day, I'm Forrest Kimmel and this is my 2017 Chevy Sonic. So I bought this car brand new in 2017 and what they did, they gave me a trial period. I wasn't exactly sure what kind of car I wanted. All I knew is I like Chevy, and if it wasn't going to be a V8, it was going to be a 4-cylinder. And if it was going to be a 4-cylinder, it had to be a turbo and it had to be manual. So I did get the 2017 Chevy Premier RS hatch with the 6MT transmission. And so in this video series, I'll say, I'm going to cover every mod I put on this car, whether I would recommend it or not recommend it. If I don't recommend it, I'll tell you why, the installation process, and how much it costs. Also, I will give you a rough estimate on how long it's been on the car, and if the experience level, I'll say, to actually install it. A lot of the parts on this car are pretty easy if you have general knowledge on how to work on cars, because overall, I started my my automotive career, I'm gonna say automotive career, from YouTube videos, from Chris Fix, from that one annoying dude,
Rev up your engines!
that guy, and just random YouTubers. So we'll move into the first part on the list. This is gonna be the Bad News Racing Ported Intake Manifold, which is back here. And would I recommend it? And I'm gonna go ahead and say no. So, and the only reason I'm saying no is for $299, it's kind of expensive. And the only reason I would pay that is if you don't have the know-how or want to do it yourself, and you have to buy an intake manifold anyway. That being said, if you do buy another intake manifold, I would 110% buy the PCV fix for it. This one has the V1 because I do have the Bad News Racing throttle body on it. Now the installation process is kind of complicated and it might take you a little bit, and it's only because of how many things connect to the intake manifold. So you have the crankcase ventilation, which goes to the turbo. You'll have a stock intake, stock coil cover, stock intercooler lines. So all of that has to come off, and not to mention your fuel rail. And then once everything's out of the way, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts. And I want to call them 14 or 15 millimeter bolts. Once those are off, you're not done, because you also have an EVAP purge valve down there, and you will have some small connectors on the bottom for boost control, I do believe they're for. But once it's out of the way, you're gonna see on the intake side, it connects to the cylinder head, will look like this. You'll have 4 oval ports, of course, because it's a 4-cylinder, and then these red ports are like a wall. And apparently, from what I've heard, those are supposed to help with the turbulation of the air entering the cylinder, but they hurt the air performance at higher RPM. So what everyone does, and what the Bad News Racing Ported Intake Manifold will do, is actually remove those, and all you need for that is a $25 Chicago Electric or die grinder or something that you can remove plastic. So that's all it is plastic. You can do it yourself for free. I would 110% recommend the PCV fix for that, which will run you about another $100, but $125 to do it yourself, and probably between an hour and 3 hours, depending on your skill level, worth of time. I would recommend doing it yourself and only buying it from Bad News Racing, ZZP, or any other retailer. If you don't want to do it yourself, if you have to buy a new one anyway, and it's just more convenient to have it already done, or if you just want to buy a new one and support a company that supports us, go for it. Nothing bad to say about any of the company's ported intake manifolds. All I'm saying is you can do it yourself for a fraction of the cost. It's been on the car for probably about 60,000 miles. It was one of the first things I did. And I'm glad I did it. No issues with it at all. So I would give it a thumbs up, but definitely do it yourself. Last case, your last choice, I would say buy one, but definitely do it yourself. And I definitely recommend this product. Okay, and that was my first part review for the 2017 Chevy Sonic, the Chevy Cruze Buick Encore. Anything with the 1.4. Now I did realize I messed up the bolt count for the intake manifold. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's only 6 bolts holding it on, not 8, like I said. So anyway, that being said, leave a comment on what part you want to see next. I'll post a mod list in the comment section or accompanying the video. Give a follow or subscribe if you want to see more of these. It shows a little bit of support. I'm just doing this to help the community out that has the Chevy Sonic, the 1.4. I don't have a 1.8, but any parts that will work for a 1.8, I will try to include as well. But if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Definitely tell me what you want to see, and the most liked comment, I will make a video on it. Give me a couple days. I might even upload it the same day, depending on how funky I'm feeling that day, I guess. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.